Is that one of the questions?
I first heard about Chinese Club when I was a freshman and actually went to the student org showcase, and I met Elaine, and she was the president of Chinese Club at the time, and she was handing out buttons and she said join Chinese Club, and I said yeah sure, and then I got a button from her and I joined Chinese Club. Yeah.
It was 4 years ago and my friend was just like, she was the ASA president, she was just like, you should come to Chinese Club, and I went there and I just stayed.
Well, my freshman year last year, I was always interested in the Chinese culture and getting a Chinese major, but I found out that they weren't offered, so I thought the second best thing would be joining the Chinese Club, and I assumed that there was one, so I found it through OrgSync, back when we used to still use OrgSync. Second semester last year, spring, I just came to a meeting and then everyone just took me in with open arms.
I first heard about Chinese Club back in freshman year when I first attended ASA, Asian Student Association, and they were doing like their organization showcase, and one of them was Chinese Club. At first, I was thinking about going to the BD, but then I realized that I had a lab at 5, which was their meeting time at the time, so I couldn't even come for that during that semester. And then after that, I just forgot about it until like my sophomore year. I was in Chinese, and then a good friend of mine just told me to like, hey, why not just come to the club? It's actually pretty chill. It's cool. So I just thought, why not? Let's just give it a shot or check out, see what's new or what's going on. That's how it was.
There's been a lot of memorable moments, but the most recent one I remember is definitely the Atlanta trip.
I think Chinese Club was like, if it makes any sense, like there wasn't one memorable moment, but like it was like the club that started like all of my friendships almost. Like my best friend now, Olivia, I met her through Chinese Club. I also met her through orientation day, but we like got to grow and bond over Chinese Club. So Chinese Club has been able to create like not just one memorable moment, but like a whole bunch of them.
Okay, the reason that one's tough is because with Chinese Club, every single meeting is so vibrant and fun that every one of them makes a really good memory. Like people in Chinese Club know what I mean. It's like really, really fun. And so it's hard to buckle down the most memorable. I'd say the event of Lunar New Year, just because it was an event and we all worked to get it going and eventually it succeeded. So
I think my most memorable moment with Chinese Club was when we went to Atlanta and we were all hanging out in the Airbnb playing games and stuff. That was really fun and memorable.
Definitely Atlanta. The trip that we had a couple weeks ago, that was definitely like one of the best times. I feel like this was our first like off-campus trip in like a very, very long time, since I was told that Chinese Club at one point did off-campus trip, but it's like they didn't at the time like have the money for it and all that stuff. And this trip was actually well worth it. Everybody was happy, I was happy, and it was such a great time. I hope we can do stuff like that again sometime soon.
I heard that Freddie was apparently running the whole thing by himself, so I thought, well, he definitely needs support. He's a great guy, and he's done so much for Chinese Club. I want to help him out as much as I can. So it was a cinch from there, and I just decided, yeah, why not? Besides, this was my first position on the e-board in my college career, so it's definitely a great opportunity to show what I can do and learn some more things from experienced people like Freddie.
in high school, I took 3 years of Chinese, and so I took another year in school and went through the club, and I wanted to be more involved with it. And time constraints were pretty tight, but I still wanted to give it a shot, and so I thought I'd run for board.
This school year, I was already in it a few years ago, and I was just like, I kind of miss it, so I wanted to join back, try to do more things.
So this year I wanted to join the executive board because of what happened last year. Last year was, I don't want to say a letdown, but it kind of was a letdown where we only had 3 people on the e-board, and I thought, if we could do way better than this. That doesn't mean more e-board the better, it just meant like more participation, more involvement, more enthusiasm. So that's why I wanted to be in the e-board, just to make Chinese Club better. Yeah, more fun.
I didn't specifically wanted to do like a main core position, like vice president, secretary, treasurer, president, or something like that. But I felt like I didn't have the experience, so I gave a suggestion to the president at the time. If why not get a historian, someone to document pictures or videos for memories? Because I noticed that on our event page there wasn't really a lot that was promoted. So I thought, why not? Why don't I do something about it? And then lately, since this school year, a lot of people have shown up through the promotions, through our pictures, our social medias, all that stuff. It's just amazing. I'm kind of glad that we have this position.
I've always wanted to join an exec position on some sort of Oregon campus, and just joining Chinese Club. I had a lot of fun seeing the fun times we all had during the meetings, and I just want to be a part of the board and help get to run the day-to-day things in the club. And Freddie offered me the position of language coordinator, and since I knew a bit of Chinese, I thought that would be a really good position for me to have. So yeah.
As an e-board member, it's interesting. I mean, you're more involved in the club, but I guess I just deal with the money and Venmo and stuff like that, so I'm not really making any executive decisions, but it feels nice to be a part of the e-board, I guess.
Experience-wise for exec board, it's been great. I think that it's been a big struggle because a lot of us on the exec board were new for Chinese Club. We didn't know, that was our first year actually being on an exec board for a university organization. So we didn't know much, but thankfully we had someone who had been on the exec board for a long time, which was Fred and Elaine, and they've helped us so much with guiding it. So I think that just being on the exec board has helped out so much.
My experience would be, probably the best word to describe would be stressful and busy, but also exciting and fun, and I'm just overall proud of where we are now.
So being on board for Chinese Club, it's not like being on other boards where everyone has a specific job. It's kind of like everyone just pulls together everything and works to accomplish one goal. And there are very few high-pressure situations where things need to get done and everyone's under stress. And so this has probably been a lot more fun than other board positions have for me. So I'd say Chinese Club's board was pretty good experience.
Well, definitely, I get this feeling that we're all together and in sync, that we're always supporting each other, and I can talk to them, I can talk to other board members about anything, so I feel like that's why we've done pretty well so far. And I'm definitely glad I did it, and I won't be able to do it again next year because of the other things that I need to do, but it was definitely a great ride. I'm glad I got to experience it.
I like it better than previous years because it's more friendly. It used to be very professional in a way that you kind of couldn't express yourself a lot. You couldn't joke around as much.
Currently, I do like Chinese Club. Obviously there are things that can be improved, but I think it's a good close-knit club. It could be bigger with other people, but I'm happy with it.
Definitely. Like I said, every single meeting is just so fun. I'm definitely happy with it. I pretty much listed the reasons.
Yes, I am actually very happy with where Chinese Club is now. Obviously, I would want it to be even bigger, but I'm pretty satisfied with our current growth and what we've done so far this whole year. And I hope that the next board next year will do an even better job than what I did this year.
I'm in between. I'm upset that there aren't that many people. Apparently, before I came, there was plenty of people that always used to come to the club meetings. Now there's only a few that come. but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of enthusiasm for it. It's just, so that's obviously a good thing. If you just figure out how to transfer that enthusiasm to getting people to come, the growth will be much better.
I am very happy with it, but we have a lot of improvement. I think that I always emphasize on it, but I think we have so much potential to be an even like greater club than we are now. I know we're growing out small, but we have to make changes some way. And I am very happy with the way we're headed, but I think that we have so much more to become.
Yeah, I'm really happy. It was definitely better than last year. I feel like our membership went really down last year, and it just seemed like there wasn't a lot of fun things to do at meetings last year, and they were pretty derivative and boring. But I definitely think that from last year, we've definitely improved this year to not only retain the members that we had from last year, but to bring in new members from going to things like the Student Org Showcase and just reaching out to other orgs and stuff like that, like the International Club, and bring more awareness about our club to other orgs. So stuff like that, I feel like our club is definitely heading in a better direction.
Yes, I am. And this may come as like sensitive to, I guess, some of you guys who were from Chinese club in the past, but like there were so many flaws from like last school year, my sophomore year, where to the point where we had some e-board members resign out of nowhere, which was, in my opinion, it felt kind of depressing to see like the club just go downhill. And some of us for the next school year as e-board decided to take charge and make things like great again. And I'm happy the way the way Chinese club is right now, because we have a lot of more people going to the club. There's more events we promote, social medias, all that stuff. Also buy our t-shirt, it's 12 bucks. And I just love everything the way it is currently. I hope next year, and I'm running for e-board again as president, that I hope I can continue on making things greater again, because this club definitely has potential. We can do things more than it has to be.